Hi and welcome. My name is Jackie Coppell. I am the Associate Dean of the Honors College. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am also an alumna of the Honors College, and I teach history and computer science in University 101 within the Honors College. Bill?
Hi, I'm Bill Offit. You should feel free to say hi, Bill, in the chat now. I'm a professor of early American history at Pace. I've been with the Honors College for 21 years, since 2001. Currently, I am faculty advisor. I teach freshman seminars like Reacting to the Past and also University 101. And I'll go over to my other faculty advisor, Anna.
Thank you, Bill. Hi, everyone. Everyone calls me Shostya. So just the same way as you said hi to Bill, you can say hi, Shostya, in the chat. I am a faculty advisor at the Honors College. This is my 4th year. I am notoriously known for converting everyone into economics. So that's because I teach economics and I teach honors courses as well, and the University 101. And I am passing this ball to Mahini.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mohini. I use she, her, her pronouns. I'm the Associate Director of the Honors College on both campuses, and I am also a proud alumna of both New York City Honors and a Pleasantville program. And I also teach one of the University 101 sections, or actually a couple. I will pass it to Carol.
Hi, I'm Carol Turco, Senior Staff Associate on the Pleasantville campus up in Westchester. I use she, her, hers. I'm an 18-year veteran at Pace, and welcome.
Hi, I'm Nori. I'm an academic advisor on the Pleasantville campus. I use they, them, their pronoun. I am my first year as an advisor, and I'm also a Pace alum.
Hi, everyone. My name is Taylor. I am the other academic advisor on the Pleasantville campus. I use she, her, her pronouns, and I, too, am a Pace alum. I'll send it over to Eli.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eli. I use he, him pronouns. I am an academic advisor on the New York City campus. I work with the Lubin business students. And I'll pass it to Flora. Oh, I think you're muted, Flora.
Yes, there we are. Hi, everyone. My name is Flora, or Flora Lise. I recently started as an academic advisor this year, but I had, in a previous life, I should say, worked within PACE as a financial aid advisor for a few years. I am going to be working officially in the fall semester with the performing arts students.
Gab, you want to take it away?
Hi, my name is Gab. I use they, them, theirs pronouns. I'm a student assistant and a student in the Honors College, so you'll see me around if you come to a Pacebound or an in-person event. I'm also a junior studying history and women's and gender studies, and I'll pass it over to Kavika.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kavika. I use she, her pronouns. I'm also a student and a student assistant here at the Honors College. I'm an economics major with a pre-law minor, and I am a senior, so I will be graduating, unfortunately, but I'm happy to answer any questions and let you know about my experience, and I'll pass it on to Saloni.
Hi, everyone. My name is Saloni. I use she, her pronouns. I'm also a student assistant in the Honors College, as well as an honors mentor and a student, obviously. I'm an economics and political science double major with a minor in law, and I'm currently a sophomore.
Juanita from the admission side.
Hi, everybody. I'm Juanita Maya, use she, her pronouns. And I'm the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admission on the New York City campus. And I'm also an alumna of PACE.
I'm Alexa Dalvis. I'm a senior admissions counselor on our Westchester campus. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm also currently a graduate student in our School of Education.
And I think we have an alumna on the, besides all the alumna that work for us as well. Kamari, right? You're on?
Yes. Yep. Hello. Hi, I'm Kamari. I am an alumna class of fall 2019. I'm alumna of the Westchester Honors College, and I graduated with my Bachelor of Science in Digital Journalism with a minor in politics, double minor in PR and politics, actually. And I work for NBC right now.
Awesome. So now you met some of our honors family. Before we kind of get started, I want to let you know that at any point in the presentation, you can put questions in the chat. You don't have to wait for the end. My honor staff will be answering questions as we go in the chat. Though to help us out, if you could please put what campus you're on, so NYC or Pleasantville, so PLV if you want to abbreviate it, that'll help us make sure we're answering the questions correctly. And admissions will be answering questions as well. So throughout the whole presentation, you could feel free to put questions in the chat. We will do a Q&A at the end as well if you want to hold your questions. Also, if you have any private questions that you want to ask us, feel free to wait till the end of the presentation. And when some people get off, we can put families in breakout rooms with the different staff members, and we can answer something a little more private that you might not want to put in the chat or say in front of other people. We're more than happy. We'll also be sharing our contact information at the end too, if you'd rather follow up via email. All right, so we're gonna get started. So again, welcome to our presentation. If you kind of joined us a little bit into it. This picture is actually from our Honors Welcome Week. You're going to be hearing from Mohini in a little bit about that, but this was in 2019 when we gather everybody together. So let's get started. Oh, sorry, actually, you can't see my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Now you can see my screen. So this picture is from Welcome Week in 2019. Just having a little build up for the picture there. All right.
Anyway, I'll take it from here. I have the distinct advantage of having put 2 children through college, and I went to at least 25 of these sort of presentations at over 25 different schools. And I was thinking, what makes us different? What makes honors different than all the other schools that I looked at or that you guys out there are looking at trying to decide among? And I said, one thing that will tell you about honors is comics. So that's what you see on the screen right now. You may recognize the artist. It's Matt Groening before he did The Simpsons. And I wanted to start out your honors presentation with the idea that honors is about choices. Honors is about your choices, your individual wants, talents, desires, abilities, and it is our job as faculty and staff and students to help you get those. So as our first piece of advice as faculty advisor, I'm giving all of you, and your parents, if they're on there too, may recognize some of these people if you've been to college, the 9 types of college professors, with the idea that you should know, and my kids, when they were in high school, they never had a choice of professors, but here you have a choice. And so you should know there are, at least according to Matt Groening, 9 different types of college professors. You will decide, you students will decide in 5 minutes, whether you like the professor. So your first piece of advice is, if you don't like the professor and at the end of the first class you don't like your subject matter, what that person is teaching, move, change. That's what we're here for, to get what you want. Of these 9 boxes, I can tell you that most recently people have been selecting for me the beloved babbling grandpa with tenure. I want to tell you as a historian that is not correct. I want to tell you when I started doing honors, it was also never chosen. So it tells you something. Instead, look below that box. I'm actually a single theory to explain everything maniac in how I teach and what I teach thematically, which makes college history a lot better than AP American history taught in any high school I'm aware of. We'll talk more about classes in a minute, but I want to give you the feeling, the ambience of honors is about choices and your interests. And to help you get there, I'll turn it back to Jackie to talk about advising. Or Shastya, I went wrong way. Shastya, talk about the honors rules.
Thank you, thank you. So there are a couple of things that we do want you to have to graduate from the honors college. One thing important, though not very important, we say, but important, is the overall GPA of 3.3. We want you to maintain that GPA. Sometimes things happen, we understand that. So if something goes wrong and your GPA drops below 3.3, you still have a chance to bring it up. You will be on probation for 1 year and you don't lose your scholarship. So we do give you a chance to bring it up. It doesn't happen too often, but if it happens, we understand that we're all human beings. You also need to take 8 honors classes, though they're not necessarily classes, they're 8 honors experiences, we say, on average 2 per year. And I believe Bill is going to talk about them a little bit more in detail. With a minimum of B- in each honors class, we do not believe in anything below B-. So the honors courses are not additional courses. They are part of your curriculum. They're part of your typical schedule, but these are more exciting courses. These are the courses where you have different experiences, where you perhaps have field trips, and again, Bill is going to talk more about the types of courses that that we have. I teach, for example, a course that combines economics and photography, and we go on field trips and we have photo exhibits. So that's a very different type of course, I would say. At the end of your career here, when you're a senior, you will do an honor thesis. What's an honor thesis? A typical traditional honor thesis is a 25 pages research paper on the topic of your own choice, whatever is close to your heart. It may be within your major, it may be within your minor, it may not be your major or minor, it's whatever you really like and whatever you feel like researching for the entire year under the supervision of your faculty mentor, of your faculty advisor. And at the very end, you present this thesis in front of us, the advisors, the honors, and in front of your honors friends and family. It may not be necessarily a traditional thesis. If you're in performing arts, for example, that may be a dance piece and you talk about it, or it could be a poem, or it could be a painting. It depends really on what you're interested in. And I am passing this to Bill, I think.
Since I couldn't get it right, you can get it right. So let me talk about the academic curriculum, which Anna started talking about. Honors is not, and again, this is just to compare it with your high school experience, honors is not more work, it's better work. It's different work. It is not added work, and it is not formulated for you and everybody else. It is chosen by you for the purposes that you have. So the curriculum matches your interests and you will choose. So every freshman will have access to learning communities, which are 2 courses surrounding a common theme taught by 2 separate professors in a small group of 20 to 25 at most. And Shastya talked about hers between economics and photography. There is a learning community called Classic Civilization where the students all live together. That's in the upper right picture there. They're going, and lower right picture also. One of them is at the Egypt exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum. One of them is the classic Civ trip to Rome. I believe that was 3 years ago now. Anyway, there are other learning communities. If you look on the bottom shelf of pictures, you will see a reacting to the past type exhibit. In the bigger one, you have Greenwich Village 1913, where people are immersed in the suffragette movement. And just to the left of that, you have our honors professor, Martha Driver, Pforzheimer, playing the role of Henry VIII executioner in the game that recreates Henry VIII and the Restoration politics. I want you to know the student is alive and well, has not suffered anything. Therefore, you have, and there are probably 8 or 10 every semester that you can choose from. As freshmen, you have access to exclusive freshman courses, but every semester there is a different menu of learning communities and, second button point, exclusive and non-exclusive honors courses, which are taught as single courses. Again, work for your curriculum. They overlay existing requirements and not add on anything. And a student who is in business will do different from a student in performing arts, will do different from a student in nursing. You will choose things that you want to do. One of these exclusive courses for our students who have been involved in innovative technologies is called Design Factory. That's sort of middle center there, where students get to work with a company. They get to work with foreign students from Finland and Austria and other places, and they are given a project in which engineering, economic analysis, graphic design, all sorts of different skills are brought to bear to create, to design a real product. The professors, of course, I talked about these earlier. You get to see the 9 different types of college professors in honors classes. There's someone for everyone there. The travel courses, we hope to get started again next year, but that's another way you earn honors credit, traveling abroad, either with a faculty-led course or for a study abroad. We want you to study abroad. It's an odd message, I understand. We love you. We want you to come to Pace, now leave. But we believe in foreign experiences as part of the college life. So you have a variety of different things, but you are not spending all of your time in the honors curriculum. The average student will take 1, maybe 2 honors courses out of their 5. So you are mixed with the regular student body as well as with honors students every semester. So to talk about more, I think I get to pass now, yay, to Jackie.
So on top of the honors courses, a huge component of the Honors College is advising. Every honors student gets an honors advisor for all 4 years of their time at Pace. If they're staying in a 5-year program, that continues on. Our honors advising is based off of a student's major. So all of us on this call have a cohort that's connected to a certain major or groups of majors. We each kind of have our specialties. And why we do this is so we can kind of become mini experts at our majors and find the best opportunities for our students. So we're not just talking about the type of advising where you come in, which is actually this time period right now, you come in and we talk about your schedule and we pick courses and we say, we see you next year, and you're only seeing us once or twice a year. That's not how honors advising works. We are here not just to help you pick your courses, but for everything in life in between. So that personal advising as well. So the, celebrating the accomplishments, the breakups, not celebrating those, but going through the breakups, kind of dealing with roommate issues, homesickness, and kind of deciding what jobs you might have. I had a student in here with his best friend and his girlfriend, choosing between 3 different internships and what he wanted to pick and wanted my advice on that. And great thing to celebrate. Students asking us for all kinds of advice about life, about jobs, etc. We help with grad school as well. So a lot of our students choose to move on to graduate school, and we help with that, writing letters of recommendation, finding a good fit of a school, giving our advice. We have a lot of pre-med students. Mohini works with our pre-med students on the New York City campus. And then depending if you're more, what kind of pre-med track you do in Pleasantville, you'll have either Taylor or Nori. We also help students with prestigious scholarships. These are like Fulbright, Watson, CyberCorp. We help with internships, study abroad, as Bill was just talking about. So we do want you to study abroad at some point if you can, and we'll talk about how that fits into your academic plans. A lot of what we ask our students to do is to tell us what their kind of hopes and dreams are, what they want to accomplish in these 4 years. And we try to connect them with those opportunities that will make that happen. PACE's motto is Opportunitas, and that is very, very accurate and true for not only PACE, but for honors. And so if we have internships or special programs or research opportunities or anything that comes across our desk, we want to fit the right student for it and make that happen and have them do really cool things. Saloni just got back from presenting her research in Chicago. So we always want our students going out and doing wonderful things. I just talked about research, but our students, almost all of them will do research to graduate, but many of them take on other research projects like Saloni along the way. Our students will do the thesis, which Shastia already talked about. We also help students navigate PACE's bureaucracy. Every college or university has one, and it's our job as advisors to do the runaround and get the answers for you. So we will not send our students to go talk to this person, to talk to that person, to talk to that person, etc. We will figure out what's going on. Every student has a different situation. Maybe some complications wanting to do many different majors and minors, and we have to waive things. We'll do all that legwork and we'll get back to the student on it. And so that saves a lot of time and energy on the students' parts. We even help our students find apartments. We have an alum who is a real estate agent, and he helps our students find apartments, making sure that if they do want to move off campus, that they have the kind of the best situation. And some of our families that want to buy apartments and move here to the neighborhood, we're happy to help, and we want to make sure everyone is safe and enjoying New York City. And you can kind of see our University 101, which is where some of that advising happens in the first year. This one's in Pleasantville. This is one of my advisees who's now about to graduate law school. So we get very close to our students. And this is Shastia with now they're all alumni at alumni party. All these students were her advisees, her honors advisees. And so that family, that friendship feel is very, very apparent between the advisors and their students. All right, now we're going to kind of talk about housing.
Thank you, Jackie. We want PACE to feel like home, and one of the biggest parts of that is where you're going to be living. Housing looks different for New York City and Pleasantville, obviously. In New York City, there's Maria's Tower. There is one dedicated floor for our honor students in that building. 182 Broadway has 3 dedicated floors. 2 is general honors students, and 1 is for that classic civilization learning community that Phil spoke about earlier. So as a learning community, you will have class together and you'll be living together. So you really do build that community within that living situation. 33 Beekman is 2 to 4 floors, depending on need. 2 of them will be dedicated for upperclassmen, and there's the opportunity for 2 floors for first-year students, depending on need. In Pleasantville, it is Alumni Hall for all of our first-year students. This is suite style living, so it's a couple bedrooms and 1 shared bathroom per suite. It's kind of nice because you don't have like whole floors sharing 1 bathroom, like 20, 30 people. That is probably the biggest benefit that our students say, like they love alumni because of the suite living. All of our honors resident advisors, or RAs, are chosen by us. We want to make sure that the people who are going to be assisting you guys are kind of in line with what our expectations and our values are. In Pleasantville specifically, we have our FIG program, which is freshman interest groups. Everybody in Pleasantville will be part of the honors FIG. And the benefit to that is you have, along with your RA, an honors FIG mentor living with you. So it's another resource that you have within your housing to kind of build community and have help if you need it. And this picture shows one of the floor events in the city. It was a Secret Santa that was a couple years ago. I think it was before COVID. So there are events to, again, build community and build relationships with the people who you live with, not just your roommate or your suite mate, but the people who are sharing the same building with you. I will pass it over to Mohini for mentoring.
Thank you. So one of the things that our students, because of the community family feel that we have for one another, is they really value helping each other. And so we have a peer mentoring program for all students who are entering the Honors College. And it is a way for them to have someone from like day one help them, answer any questions, provide advice and all of that. And so each student is assigned a mentor based off of either their major, their school, or their interest. And it kind of depends. We do something called the mentee profile sheet where we'll gather that information. And so we're not just assigning by just one thing. We want to look at you as a bit like as a whole. And so we do this on both campuses. Like I said, the mentor is there to answer questions, provide advice, go to events together. They provide often job and internship opportunities. When I was a student, I told my honors mentor from day one, I really wanted to get into the labs. I really wanted to get some research experience. And so literally the second week of the semester, we went to go get some ice cream. And he was like, so I have this opportunity. How do you feel about animals? And I was like, oh no, I'm terrified of animals. What are you getting me into? And it was, you know, a research opportunity that worked with some animals. And I had to realize, you know, you have to get out of your comfort zone in order to grow. And we want each student to grow. So I went to Bill and I was like, can you please help me change my schedule to accommodate this opportunity? He was able to help me. And, you know, I did that opportunity for quite some time and it led into my thesis and it was funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And it wouldn't be something I would get unless I talked to my mentor about it and my mentor kind of connected me to that. So that same feeling will continue with our students. We have students who are part of different internships in like the business field. And so they'll pass it down from one person to another because they want an honor specific person. We have students who've passed down leadership positions. They're part of clubs of PACE. They kind of train their mentee over time to get the position. And so it's just a really great opportunity to connect to others, but also to like, you know, get yourself out there. Mentors are also there to provide support. And so whether it's talking about classes or those relationships or, you know, just adjusting, because we know with the pandemic, things have been a huge adjustment. Just having someone who's also experiencing it and just being there is, I think, really key. And mentors are connected to their mentee or the first year students in the summer. You know, early June. And so you are able to ask your questions about you know, how many towels do I bring to the dorm? How much money should I put on my Metro card? How close is the train station from the Pleasantville campus? You know, things that you don't really know. You could look into it, but somebody who's experienced it themselves can really share that information. So in our pictures here, we actually have Gab's mentoring family, Owen, who actually still keeps a close contact with Honors College, you know, Jackie in particular, but all of us, we saw him at an alumni party recently. But this is Gab, who's a student aide, who's here, you all met. And, you know, Gab kind of continuing the mentoring lineage by being a mentor afterwards. And then, you know, their mentees becoming mentors again and just growing the family and growing in the connections. And this is not uncommon. I think in Pleasantville, this happens a lot as well with our students who are just so excited to help the, you know, incoming students get the opportunities, get a sense of campus and feel comfortable. And then our picture at the bottom is just once again of some honors mentors when we had a welcome week, which we're going to talk about in a moment. But you can see they're so excited, they're so ready, they have pom-poms, they're just ready to go. And our students are exactly the same. We're ready to get back into that in person and, you know, kind of support each other in this way. So speaking of Welcome Week, honor students have a unique opportunity to come on campus a little bit sooner and to get to know each other, get to know the honor staff, and get to know their campus and where they're at. And so we want you all to save the date for August 31st to September 4th. We're going to kind of use most of those days. We haven't decided completely yet, but essentially what will happen is all first year students who are living on campus will be able to move in early and settle in before everyone. And we'll have kind of a schedule of different events, their bonding activities, information sessions. We'll put you all in University 101s, which is a class you'll take with your peers. You'll be in there, you'll get to talk to each other before classes start. And, you know, we'll have you all do tours for New York City of PACE, but also the rest of the campus in the city, because New York City is your campus. And in Pleasantville, you know, it is a large campus. Making sure you know how to run from Kessel to this building to that building is going to be really important. Your mentor will tell you exactly where to go and how to get there the fastest. And the mentors will be there as well, so they can kind of guide each student and really get to know them, because we know that in-person interaction is so crucial. So these are some pictures from some of our events for Welcome Week, you know, in the city and the retreat and all of that. Commuter students do also participate in Welcome Week. And so we want everyone to be a part of this experience. We're not excluding anyone. And I think it's a great way for commuters to also know, okay, how long does it take for me to get to campus at this time of year and everything? I think that for New York City. So Yeah, that's welcome week.
Okay. So being an honors advisor, one of the things I love about this is that we provide additional perks to our students. One of these perks is that we get our students in for internships and jobs earlier than mainstream students. Because the alumni go out in the world and they know the rigor that our honor students have in their courses, they want to come back and help us, and they pull students in to give them job and internships earlier than mainstream students normally would get their job. So, and for honor students, they probably would start their internships in their sophomore rather than their junior or senior year. We get priority registration than mainstream students. Honor students get to register several days before their mainstream friends or other Pace University students. And if for incoming students, they hand in their questionnaire early enough, then they get to register weeks before. The honors only events, we recently just went to the Blue Man group. It was a great outing. We went on a Saturday and we just had a great time. Usually we do cookies and conversations because this builds communities within the honors community, within our students. We have the honor students pick the outings that they want to go to. And so we all get together and we have a good time. Another perk is the scholarship. The minimum scholarship for an honors student is $15,000, but the average is higher than that. We understand that, you know, paying your way through school can be an excessive deal. So we try to help our students in that way. We also have study abroad scholarships where you can apply for up to $1,000. And then we also have research scholarships where you can also apply for up to $1,000. We mentioned the special research such as and the travel opportunities, which is a study abroad, but they also do with learning communities, and we ask our students to get involved in these things because it fosters a broader knowledge in their courses. For the NYC, we have the NYC Lounge with coffee, tea, and it creates like a community atmosphere. We do that in Pleasantville as well. That's where we have our cookies and conversation. And then we have leadership opportunities with the peer leaders, mentors, and first year interest groups for honors. Other distinctions are the transcripts that you get at the end when you graduate, the commencement book, the honors medallion, and the honor certificate upon graduation. All these things are to foster community within our honors. Our alumni love coming back and talking to our students about their experiences, and we love showing off our students. So we're happy to do these perks for them. Mohit.
Yeah, so we also have to shout out our students for their amazing accomplishments and the things that they've been able to do. So once again, Gab coming out in the front with the amazing Watson Fellowship. And so we have prestigious scholarship winners. Watson's just one. There's Fulbright, Cyber Corps, Department of Defense, Millennium Fellows. Sometimes our students just do such amazing things, and then we find out about them in like our the PACE newsletters. And we're like, oh, that's an honors student. And so, you know, definitely a lot of the people who are on any of like the promotion material, they're actual students or actual honor students. We can tell you all about their stories. We've also had some other accomplishments being over 100 top commencement award winners in the last few years, Jefferson Award winners. We usually have students in the Disney College program as well. And so that works really well, especially for Leuven students. We have the Federal Reserve Challenge team and Model UN, which is Shastia's, you know, baby for Federal Reserve Challenge. And they have won so many times, I can't even say out of the last couple of years. So somebody will have to put that in the chat. And then we also, which makes me so proud, my advisees in performing arts and now will be Flores. We have Radio City Rockettes. We have Nets dancers, Knicks dancers, Broadway TV stars. So that's Larry at the bottom. And so, you know, we're really proud of them. And then lastly, you know, 2 of our students have worked for the Nobel Peace Prize campaign. So they're doing great stuff, and they can now continue and share those accomplishments when they go to grad school and other things too.
All right, let's go through some frequently asked questions about the Honors College. So firstly, how many students are in the Honors College? There are 314 in Pleasantville, and there are 765 in New York City. And that is including our students who are pursuing their master's degree in one of the combined or 5-year programs. So yes, we do still continue to support those students. Do you need to have a specific major to be in the Honors College? No, you don't. We have students from every major, from business to performing arts to economics to all across the board. We support all of them. Do we accept AP, IB, and college credits? Yes, we absolutely do. So for AP, we require a score of 4 or higher, except from computer science that we require a score of 3 or higher. And you can just send those scores to PACE via the College Board. And then when it comes to IB, we accept scores of 4, 5, 6, or 7, but only on higher level IB classes, very important. And you can also just have those sent to PACE. And we absolutely do also accept college credits from, dual enrollment programs and any college credits that you may have taken. Those you should send your official transcripts to undergraduate admissions at least 2 weeks before starting orientation. And it is important to hold on to a syllabus as well, because you may need that, and we'll be sure to help you with getting that submitted if that is something that you need. Finally, do you have to live on the honors floor? So in Pleasantville, yes, you will be living on the honors floor in Alumni Hall. In New York City, you are not required to live on the honors floor, but we do strongly encourage it because we find that our students just tend to have a better experience. Less roommate conflicts. You'll be working with other honor students, people in your University 101, people that you met at Welcome Week. And also we work to match the students personally. So, since just like we've mentioned multiple times, our advisors know our students so well. So we'll be working to match you to an ideal roommate pair. And now this extremely impressive slide is some of the amazing places that our honor students have worked. So you can take a second to take it all in, but all kinds of great stuff: CNN, MoMA, the City of New York, Nickelodeon, and this is just a sampling.
Okay, so what are the next steps? If you haven't yet attended an event here on the at PACE, when I'm done with this presentation, I'll throw the link in the chat box. There are still some opportunities to attend PACE Mount in Pleasantville. We have one this weekend, so it's not too late to come and join us and meet us all in person and see what it's all about. Be sure to submit your tuition and housing deposit by May 1st, so you can be guaranteed. If you deposit before April 15th, you'll receive an email by the 15th to select your orientation date and submit your housing questionnaire to start picking your classes. That questionnaire will enable the advisors to get your schedule ready and make sure that you get everything that you need. And after that, it will be done on a rolling basis. If you are taking college classes right now, save your syllabi. Sometimes the advisors will ask to see what exactly you're taking so they know how to apply it to make sure that all the classes are applied appropriately. And if you took APs in junior year, then go ahead and have the College Board send those scores to PACE so our advisors can use that information to make your schedule, make you the best schedule that you can have. And next up we have Flora.
Yeah, sorry about that. Had to unmute myself for a second. Yeah, just generally, we encourage everyone to reach out to us, both the New York City and the Pleasantville campuses. We provided some information about our social media contacts, but please feel free to give us a call straight to the office, and we will be also providing our individual emails. So please feel free to reach out to us in that method for any extra questions you may have after this session. Please feel free.
Carol, could you put the Pleasantville phone number in the chat? It looks like it cut off on the slide. Thank you. These are our, if you want to contact us directly, if you don't want to use the general honors NYC or honors Pleasantville emails, you can feel free to contact any one of us directly. We've listed the by-campus staff on top, and then the New York City only, and then the Pleasantville below that as well. I'll leave this up on the side in case you need to copy anything down or want to screenshot it or something else like that. So a quick, we've been talking a lot, but I'll leave this up just for you to read. This is a small sampling of some of our students and the things they have said. We could have done an entire PowerPoint on all the kind of feedback and things we get every year from our students who write in to us at the end of the year on when we ask for an end of the year survey. And so you can read kind of about the close relationships we have with our students and how they kind of always made them feel like family. We've had right here, we've had our student, one of our students who was a Rockette that Mohini mentioned, and how supportive of her we were during that process because she was still in school while she was a Rockette. So you can read some of this, but like I said, there's pages and pages we could have shown. Up here, it's Kelsey. She was on a Fulbright. It has now passed. She was in Africa and we helped her with that. She asked me about that in her freshman year and we were able to facilitate that. Mohini and I with two of our Rockettes. This is pre-pandemic, hence no masks, but we did just go into one of our Rockettes this year as well. That would have been a picture with masks. And we had to do that outside because kind of COVID rules for the picture, but we've had Rockettes almost every year and we're very proud of them. And honors is not just for your 4 years, it's for life. We are part of each other's lives. In the future, we go to weddings, baby showers, and all kinds of things and hang out with our alumni. And this is a picture of that. That's some of the honors staff with Davina, who is one of our former students who was getting married. And we made her boyfriend an honorary honors person. He would help with events. And so this is what we do. We go and support our students well after they have graduated, and we're happy to be part of their lives. Now, I'm going to stop sharing in a sec, but if you have any questions, please type them in the chat. I see the chat's been going the whole time, but if you have more, please let us know, and I will stop share so we can see you all. Yeah, so for the recording, we are going to share it. We're going to send it to the admissions team and they'll help get it out for us. So sometime in the next few days, you should get a copy of this recording. So yes. Great question. If you feel you and your advisor aren't clicking. That's actually one of our interview questions when we interview our advisors. So that's kind of funny. How it works, we do assign based on major, but if a student is not getting along with their advisor, that is extremely, extremely rare. They can see another academic advisor that they get along with. We do have kind of shared custody of some of our students in case they're going across multiple majors, or they have, they might be in Mohini's cohort, but I might have known them. I might have taught them when they were in high school or something because I used to be a high school teacher, or we might have stuff in common and they want to come and hang out with me. So we kind of like share. Dr. Shasio, one of her students just came and spoke to me a little bit about things as well. So that's totally okay. We want to have them have the best experience and the best fit. All of our academic advisors are cross-trained across all of the programs, all the majors and minors. Even if it's not necessarily our specialty, we can all still help each other out. So whatever is kind of best for the student. So the Honors College, the majority of our students do remain, there's kind of two ways of saying that, but if our students stay at Pace and stay at Pace, they do stay within honors usually for all 4 years. We might have a few students that do not graduate with honors, especially in the last few years because the pandemic has made things very difficult with a lot of family concerns. But if they are they're staying at Pace, they do stay within honors. We do have on the New York City campus, we do have students from more so on the New York City campus. The majority of our students are not actually from the tri-state area. They're from all around the world, from all around the United States. So we do have some students that tend to want to maybe go home, especially post-pandemic, back to their families. So to answer that. So I had a question, actually a private question. Does your thesis need to relate to your major? So as Dr. Chesky was saying, it doesn't need to relate to your major, but some majors actually, besides being in honors, do require a capstone piece or a thesis or a research piece to graduate from that major. So Nori, specifically, the question was asked in the chat privately to me about nursing. So can you talk a little bit about how nursing works to graduate from nursing?
So the nursing program starts out with pre-nursing courses. They want to kind of build you up for success. So you will start off with your anatomy and physiology, your Psych 112 courses, and that will lead you into your first nursing courses, which is the fundamentals of nursing in your fall semester of your sophomore year. Nursing 202 is your first official nursing class. It starts off in the clinical stage where you talk about fundamentals and just the simple procedures of medications and assessing patients for nursing. As you go on, they build up the courses, you move on to pathophysiology, but you also are not just taking nursing courses, you have room within your major to either apply a minor such as psychology if you like, or business if that's your interest. The nursing professors are there to help you and guide you along. They're very involved in their students' activities. Usually the cohort for the beginning is about 100, 150, and you stay together throughout your whole nursing experience. You guys move together and you end up graduating together. Does that answer your question?
Does nursing require, not honors, does nursing require a capstone, a thesis or capstone research paper on its own?
Yes, so any honors students requires a thesis paper. Your capstone class is actually embedded into your course curriculum, which is your evidence-based practice course, which is Nursing 298. You also have the opportunity, if you like to take, you pick one of your, if you want to do something a nursing base, you can pick one of your nursing professors, or if you want to do something outside of nursing, you can pick either one of the classes that honors classes that you've taken. Like Jackie said, you don't necessarily have to do your thesis on your major. You can do it outside of your major as well.
Thank you. I know Evan asked in the chat about if you took AP or college courses in junior year, should you send that stuff over now? If you only took stuff in junior year, yes, definitely send that over because you're technically done. There's nothing more you need to send us. If you're still in AP courses right now or still in college credits right now in your senior year, you can wait till after you've taken your May senior AP exams or your IB exams. What will happen is on the honors questionnaire that's being sent out on April 15th, we will ask you about your junior year and senior year APs, IBs, college credits, all that, and we'll start working off of that. But yes, eventually we need it all. We need the transcripts. We need the AP scores and the IB scores. But if you don't want to get charged twice from College Board or IB, you can wait till you finish your senior year tests. And we'll go off of kind of what you tell us for now. You have to take placement tests. Yes, placement exams will open around April 15th when we send out this huge pack of information that's coming your way. We'll tell you what placement tests you need to take. Each student's slightly different. And we will use that to build your schedules. And you should be getting your schedules depending when you send your questionnaire in sometime in May from us. So yes, we do need those placement scores to build your schedule. So if you do want your schedule very early, we suggest getting your deposit in before April 15th. And then after we start with the questionnaires on April 15th, 16, 17, 18, it'll be a rolling basis after that. But we'll be starting with the questionnaires that come in on April 15th and go from there. 6 credits. Evan, 6 credits at the college level, or I'm assuming at the college level. If so, then no, you don't. You count that. depends. We'll work with you. You let us know in your questionnaire and your advisor will reach out to you and talk to you about it. Any other questions? Coming in. Give it another minute just to see if there's any other questions that decide to roll in. But you do have all of our email addresses and the general ones, the honors NYC and the honors Pleasantville, honors _ NYC at pace.edu and honors _ Pleasantville PLV at pace.edu. Juanita, do you want to put maybe the admissions email in the chat for us?
Yes, I'm going to go right ahead and put the general, mine, and Alexa's.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you, Gab. So while Juanita's putting that in, if you have any last minute questions, you can definitely put it in the chat. We'll also, the whole honor staff and the mission staff will stay on as well in case you have any private questions for us. We also have the students and alumni here, so if you have something specific for any of them, you can stay on, and we're happy to quickly throw some families and breakout rooms with private questions and to field those. So don't feel like you have to run or not be able to ask something. Okay, so if you don't have any other questions for us, we're so grateful to have you here, that you spent your evening with us. We hope we'll see you at one of the virtual events this week that's going to be broken down by school, or at one of the upcoming PACE bounds. And if you do have a question, feel free to stay on. Thank you all for joining us. Hope to talk to you all very soon. Bye.